So one thing I was noticing was that the shadows weren't properly casting right. So the best way, in my opinion, to troubleshoot this kind of thing in Marmoset is to go into the main one and just kind of blow it out or underblow it out. You'll see what I mean in a minute. We're going to select it, select the main skylight, and then well, you're going to turn it on for one. Make sure it's casting shadows. Make sure it's on. Where is it? Oh my. Oh, it's that one. Okay, so yeah, just throw it up all the way. Make sure it's casting shadows. And so our goal right now is, now that that's casting shadows, is to get all of this area inside as dark as it can go. And then we're going to move from there to get that lighting in. I notice you guys have a lot of sconces in there and a lot of lighting sources. And so this is just a better way a different way to dial it in. So let's go into, now that we have our main one, our main light blown out and just ridiculous, we're going to go through the other options to just get this super dark in the corners. That's fine for now. And we're just going to go through the lights, see which ones are the most egregious. We're going to tone down them just a touch right in there, and tone down this one just a little bit. The diameter should be the issue. It should be the brightness or the tiling. The spot angle is fine. Get my hotkeys right. Control Z is a pretty important one. And then just going down the lights, trying to find which ones are causing the majority of the brightness. Make sure the ones that are having significant issues to cast shadows, that are going through like wood and stuff, you don't want that kind of light source to be just an omni. You want shadows and stuff like that. I think a lot of the noise is coming from that kind of thing. So that one's causing a lot of brightness. And it looks like it's just a light to help light the scene, so we can probably get rid of that. Let's look at another one down there. Copy right here. That's fine. Is there two right there? Is it the same one? I think it's the same one. Alright, let's go rid of this guy. So fireplace, that's probably going to be pretty big, so let's make sure it's still encompassing. Awesome. Let's turn on the shadows for that. Alright, and then change the brightness down a little bit. We actually want the intensity quite a bit higher, so let's bring that up. We'll revisit that one, and let's be sure to name it properly for important ones, especially fireplace, so we can come back to it. Looks like there's another fireplace. Fireplace 2. And then we're going to continue to look for what is causing the majority of this lighting underneath. That one's doing a little bit. We can turn that one down just a skosh. Find a new one. That one's okay. What is causing? Let's double check the turntable. Yeah, it's definitely in here. And it looks like it is one of these bigger ones. There it is. No, that's my broad light. It's helping a little bit. I don't know why it is a moonlight. Oh, that is doing it. Okay, awesome. So we're going to turn that down a bit. Make sure it's pointing the right direction. Ah, you've got two right here. I see. Okay, so let's get rid of one. Change this brightness a bit. Let's turn those shadows on. That might be the majority of it. That's starting to come together. Yeah, you can really see those shadows start to pop up. Okay. Now let's change this to just a subtle blue to get that dark kind of day, or excuse me, quite the opposite, that kind of nightlight look to it. Kind of moonlight can be either a cool or a golden, but something that's not the usual of either white or yellow for the sun. Still having a little bit of issues with it just not being dark enough. So that's starting to come together like that, but all these other lights are just subtracting from the mood of the piece, the feeling of the piece. So we're going to get rid of a couple more, just kind of solidify it a little bit. not solidify, but trim it a little bit, trim down a little bit. That one's a little bright. Turn it down just a tiny bit so it's just showing up there. That one right there we're going to turn down just a little bit as well. And that one a little bit as well. We're going to adjust the moonlight a little bit to be a little bit more dramatic on some of the pieces. That's starting to look better already. That's starting to come together. Okay, awesome. And we can even turn that down just a little bit more. Whoops. Grab that moonlight again. Adjust the brightness a little bit, turn it down just a little bit. Maybe see what saturation does to it. Probably not too much. See what a little yellow does. It does not bring much to it. So we're going to bring it back, turn that down a little bit, and revisit it. So something like that, you're getting a lot of shadows from the ambience, the daylight, all these things. It tells a little bit of a story, a little bit of a sleepier story, but all in all, pretty amazing. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you guys shortly.